Hey, welcome to Homestead Love. So this morning I had a realization that potentially a lot of you don't run your kitchens necessarily the same way that I do. And so I wanted to talk about something that I do that saves me a bunch of time and could potentially help you to save some time. So yesterday I thought about it in the morning and I was like, I'm going to make spaghetti for dinner, and I'm going to make extra spaghetti, the meat sauce anyways, so that I can can them. So last night I made spaghetti and I made meat sauce, and here's the jars. They just came out of the canner. I just let them go overnight in the canner and cool down in there and do their thing, and then I pulled them out this morning, and I'm about to check the lids to see if they are nail sealed. But this is something that my mom always did things like this. She would think about, think ahead and think of things like this. And so, you know, it's the same type of concept of, you know, I took all my turkey, leftover turkey from Thanksgiving, and I canned the rest of it the other day. Washed. I haven't not washed these yet, but yeah, it's the same type of concept. It can save you a ton of time and money if you just take the time to think ahead a little bit. So, just a thought for everybody to think about when you're planning meals and stuff like that. But I'm going to take you over in a sec here, and I'll show you. I got to clean up all my turkey jars too and get them all labeled and taken down to the basement and the pantry. Hold on. We're going to move you guys and make sure you can see me, all of me. Yeah, so I have to get all these cleaned up and labeled, and then I'll take them down to the pantry. But over the past week, I've taken a lot of jars out of my pantry for the holiday for Thanksgiving when we hosted and stuff. I pulled a bunch of corn and other things out of the pantry that I had in there. I don't can my own corn. I just buy corn. Sometimes, maybe this year I'll go to the farmer's market and I'll can some corn. But honestly, I don't like my corn canned. I prefer it frozen. So, I don't know, maybe I'll show you how this Iowa family has corn days, and maybe we'll plan a corn day and we'll film it and I'll see who wants to come and help do corn. But that's something that I remember as a girl, we did all the time. We had a day where we went and we'd shuck corn and heat it up, get it off the cob, bag it up into freezer bags, and then we'd split it all up, and everybody would take corn home with them. As long as you came to help, you got corn. Fun traditions that we have around here. But yeah, that's why I don't grow corn, because, you know, I live in Iowa. There's corn everywhere. I can go down to the street corner and buy it from a local farmer. So that's what I do. And while it's definitely not organic when I do it that way, not much I can do about that. I still want to support local. I'm sure I could find an organic farmer around here that has corn. So yeah, I got 4 things of leftover spaghetti sauce just by doing extra with just making a bigger meal. So I think that's a great idea for people. Like, just cook a little more and maybe throw it in the can. I use my small Instant Cooker to can these up. And those ones are like set it and forget it, awesome type of deal. Okay, so I got 6 jars of leftover turkey, which I was super excited, 6 pints. And I have a bunch broth left over too, like a bunch. There's a whole bunch more over on the table here. But I just wanted to bring some over so I could show you guys. Canning meat, you have to have a pressure cooker. And meat is a minimum of an hour and a half in the pressure cooker. You should always look up what the standards are for everything you can. If you're new to it and you don't know what you're doing, you should always look it up and try to follow those standards. I'm not going to teach anyone how to can, but I will tell you the basics of it if I'm working on stuff like that. But yeah, there's plenty of people out there who give great advice on how to can. Actually, I'm going to actually send you guys over to the Homestead. Meg just did a video on canning, and legit, I had flashbacks to my mom teaching me how to can when she was explaining everything to everybody. She did it perfectly. It was flawless. I couldn't do it better. There's no reason for me to make that video. She did it perfectly. So head over there and look for that canning video. But this is a great time saver. It's a great way for you guys to save a little money, save some pennies. Some ways to make sure that you use leftovers. At my house, we don't eat a lot of leftovers. But when I can them up, they do get eaten. Here's why. We just ate spaghetti. We won't want spaghetti for another week at least, or more. So if I put it in the fridge, it's going to sit in the fridge and it's going to go bad, and we're going to end up having to throw it out. So instead of putting it in the fridge, I made sure I did not make extra noodles, but I did make extra sauce. I canned up the sauce. So next time I need a quick meal, I cook my noodles, I grab a jar of sauce, heat it up, and dinner's ready. So this makes for quick, convenient meals too. They're fast, convenient, whatever. This, you drain it. Sometimes you have to drain it, sometimes you don't. But for like a casserole or something like that, or even just making turkey sandwiches or whatever, they're so useful. This is something that I have worked into, and I've been doing this for a good 2 years now. But I've worked it into my routine of meals and stuff like that, and it has been such a time saver for me, and it's definitely been a money saver too. Started reorganizing my pantry because harvest got out of hand and things didn't get organized the way they were supposed to. But you'll see all that really soon because I have a lot going on. But for now, I'm going to clear a shelf on this space. You guys have no idea where we're at yet because you haven't seen my video yet. It's not going to be out for a bit. But I'm going to clear off this top shelf for all that turkey and the spaghetti sauce. And I don't know. I may end up doing more in here today than, like, I want this whole thing filled with pantry items. And I want to get all, like, I have cleaning stuff up here. I have craft stuff down here. I have, this is a craft room. It's my craft room, but it's changing. And I did talk about that. It's going to be for crafts, sewing, and growing. So I am working on rearranging literally everything in here. Something that I do to save time and money. I hope you can do it too. Have a great day, and thanks for hanging out with me today.